All right, welcome to videos over problems 6, 7, 8, and 9. I'm going to try to do them all here in one video. If not, you'll probably see me fall short, and I'll probably just have another video on there. Let's solve. Number 6 says -3 times the cube root of 1 minus 2x, and that equals -9. So first thing, remember, our x value is inside grouping symbols here, so we have to get that by itself first. So we're going to take this here, we're going to get rid of that -3 times the grouping symbol by dividing each side by -3. What we end up with here is the cube root of 1 minus 2x is going to equal +3. And then to get rid of the cube root, we will cube each side. What we're left with there would be 1 minus 2x is equal to 27. And then it's a pretty simple two-step equation. We'll just subtract 1 to get -2x is equal to 26, which means when we divide by 2, we're going to get x equals -13. All right, for the sake of checking, you can take that and plug that back in. For the time's sake and the fact that my battery is getting low, I'm going to let you check that on your own, but I'm pretty certain that x equals -13 is the answer. Let's look at number 7. 7, we have a 6x minus 1 over x minus 3 equals 2. Well, the first thing here, let's get rid of this x that's in the denominator by multiplying everything in the equation by an x. So I'm going to take this here. I'm going to multiply by an x, multiply by an x. Okay, so when I do that here, this first term I have here is just going to cancel out the x, and what we're going to be left with here is going to be just 6x minus 1. And then, so we multiplied it times this, and now we're multiplying it times the -3. So we have minus 3x, and that should equal 2x. Simplifying the left side should give you 3x minus 1 equals 2x. And I'm going to go ahead and just subtract 3x from each side. So I have -1 is equal to -x, which means that positive x should equal +1. And that ends up being our answer for number 7. Now you can take it here and double check, because we always want to see here, are there any excluded values that we'd be looking at here? Remember, x could not equal 0 in this one here, but since we didn't get 0, I think we're going to be all right. You can take it and plug it back in to double check to make sure that the answer works. Looking at number 8. Okay, again, another problem here where we've got our x trapped inside grouping symbols. So we got to get rid of the 10 and the -3 that's being multiplied first. Okay, so this is one where there's often mistakes made just right here, right off the bat. Okay, we cannot subtract the 3 from 10. This 3 is being multiplied times all of this. So we need to just subtract the 10 from each side first. So when you subtract that, you're going to get a -192 is equal to -3 times the quantity of 2x plus 1 cubed. Next step here, right, we're going to take it, we're going to divide each side by -3. So we're left with a 2x plus 1 cubed on the left side, and then we divide -192 by 3. Let's see here, I might have to do a little long division there. So let's see, 192 divided by 3. 3 goes into 19. What, 6 times 3 be 18. It's 1, bring down our 12, so it'd be what, 4? So 4 times 3 is 12. Good, so we should get 64 as the answer there. Oh, that's nice and convenient, because when we take our cube root of each side here, remember, cube root, you do not need to worry about absolute value. So we should have just a 2x plus 1 equals the cube root of 64, which is 4. So 2x is going to equal 3, and when we divide each side by 2, we're going to get that x should equal 3/2, or you could write it as 1.5. That will be your answer for number 8. And as we go into number 9 here, let's just go ahead and look at it. Again, we've got our x's are trapped inside these grouping symbols, so we have to isolate that group first. First thing we're going to do here with this one is we have to get rid of this positive 12. We get rid of a positive 12 by subtracting 12 from each side. And what we have afterward is still the negative quantity of 2x over 3 plus x is going to equal negative 10. And if you want to get rid of the negatives there, you could just say, hey, I'm going to divide each side by a negative 1. Or you could distribute that negative through. That's up to you which way you want to do that. But I'm going to now have just a 2x over 3 plus an x is going to equal a positive 10. If you don't like the fractions, let's just take it and multiply everything by 3 to get rid of them. And what we're left with now, we'll just do it up over here. Let me see, I have a little bit extra room. We're going to say 2x plus 3x should equal 30. So 5x equals 30, and x has to equal 6. And I'm pretty confident on that there. Done that one about 4 times today already. So if you have questions, please make sure that you are asking in class, or want you to go ahead and visit Math Help if it's needed. All right, that's problems 6, 7, 8, and 9 from Worksheet H4-4. Hopefully that helped.